Well, Classic Chassis Cruisers started in 2001 with 9 members. We had gone down to a basement of a friend's house for New Year's Eve and decided to have a club. From then on, the first year we got about 56 members and was at A&W. From then it shot up to over 230 families. Instead of doing an individual membership, we're doing a family membership for $15 a year, which is one of the lowest club fees around. We donate to charities. What we do is we raise money by doing 50-50 drawings. We also do the food pantry. We donate each can of food every time you come to a cruise or go to a meeting. Our main charity, which is hospice, we've raised over $1,500 this year. We've actually got 3 different charities going on. Right now, off the top of my head, I forgot what the second one was. But we are a not-for-profit, so all of our extra money goes to our charity. Last month we had over 270 cars here of different antique and street rod varieties. Very little arguing or having a tiff about anything because we all enjoy the same things. So it's fun to be around people like that. You get to be very sociable in a group like this, and with a lot of teasing, a lot of having a lot of fun. We've done probably 30 cruises this year, and we've done the Route 66 cruise. We had 6 cars that went from Chicago to Santa Monica, and then we put that on our website. We have of course, we all have laptops, so we do a story, and every night we have a website at Hemmings.com, and we put all the information and pictures we've done that day, and so that the club can see what we've done and what we're doing. And it's a lot of fun. We had a lot of hits on the websites. All the pictures of the shows go on our website, so anybody that goes to Hemmings can see that and see what we do. I was the president of the Eastern Iowa Mustangs for a couple years, and they're a Ford group. We had a lot of people talking to us and wanting to be in the club, but since they weren't Ford, they weren't allowed to be. So when we started this club, we decided that anybody that had any car or any vehicle that they wanted, and actually, if you don't even have to have, all you have to do to be in our club is to enjoy cars. But if you have one, no matter what it is, if you like it and it's yours, then you're allowed to bring it. Standards are kind of low because we want everybody to feel like they're welcome to our cruises. Our cruises are all free to anybody that brings a car, and we go around to local area businesses for sponsorships and also donations, and we give over 100 door prizes a night that's been donated by local area businesses. We've been sponsored very heavily by our local area businesses. They've done great for us for the last 8 years. We couldn't do it without them. We really appreciate their sponsorships. Yeah. The $25 sponsorships, we get more of those than anything else, and it's nice because people think, well, I've got enough money I can participate, and that's where it's really at. Our car cruises are not really shows because we only give like 3 trophies away, and that's mainly participant and sponsor trophies. We do have some very, very heavy hitters when it comes to trophy getters. Marvin Hansen is one that goes to a lot of point shows. He has a 59 Bel Air, and it is excellent condition. Tim Slager is another one who goes nationally to a lot of major shows. They're very heavy point shows, and he has brought some national trophies back to Iowa City. He's has done well with his cars. Ted Pace is another one that has a lot of beautiful cars that are top quality original cars. Even Dale Lynch has some major cars that are all perfectly redone and brought back to original. So we have a lot of different people, and those are just a few that I can think of at the top of my head, but we've got a large number of people in this club that have brought home major trophies from not just this area, but nationwide, and some of them are even overseas. So we're proud to have these type of people, yet we're also proud to have the guy that's got a car that's not finished yet, but he still wants to show it off, and he brings it. So points are nice, they're great. I've gone to the point shows, but it's nice to have the cars and the people are just starting out too, and that's where it's at, is to keep the ones that are just starting out going. Thank you very much for coming out, PATV, and doing this interview, and I hope you come around and look at the cars and see some that you really like. Thank you very much.
1937 Chevy Coupe, 454 big block, steering brakes, air tilt, your basic necessities, and it runs very nice out on the interstate.
It's a 1923 Model T pickup. I built this in '79. I had to have it updated to 1979 emission standards out there. Catalytic converters, turn signals, all this stuff. They had a whole bunch of regulations that needed to be done. Crankcase, a certain height from the center of the block to the street. No low clearances. If it didn't weigh a certain amount, it had to have fenders put on it, and everything else. If it didn't weigh 1,700, if it weighed over 1,700 pounds, it had to have a fender. So we kind of went around that, and we made it as light as we could.
Okay, this is a 1960 Metropolitan. They were sold through AMC dealers, but in the early years, from 54 to 62 they were made. The early ones were sold at either Nash or Hudson dealers. It's actually, although it's sold in the United States and designed by Nash, it was built in England by the Austin Motor Car Company and then imported through Kenosha, Wisconsin. In 54 and 55, when they first came out, they would have had a Nash or a Hudson emblem there in the front. But in 56, when AMC, all the car companies merged into American Motors, then they have the big M script on them for the hood ornament. Right. Many of them? There was just under 1 million of them made altogether. About 950,000. Okay, had different colors, reds. They had turquoise is probably one of the ones that you see a lot of around, turquoise and white. But they had a sunburst yellow, a real bright yellow, and then this autumn yellow. And they also had a black and white, but they were all tri-tone color like that. And no matter what color outside you ordered, you always got the black and white interior. Oh yeah, that's a lot of fun. Get a lot of waves. A lot of people give you a thumbs up, and give you a lot of waves. Attaboys and stuff. Pretty neat little ride.
Brought her home in a trailer and 2 pickups and put it together. I bought it 4th of July, had it running by August, and we put 5,000 miles on it this summer. So.
What this is actually a kit car, and I built it, and it took me 22 years to build it. It started in Denver, and I've moved it 2 or 3 times since then, and finally got it done in Iowa City in 2004. It has 600 miles on it. So, well, kit car is it's a fiberglass body replica of a 1958 Porsche. Almost. It has flared fenders, which is a little bit different than the standard Porsche at the time. And it sits on a Volkswagen chassis. It has 4-wheel disc brakes. It has a balanced and blueprinted engine. Produces over 200 horsepower.
It's 1930 Model 8 Coupe, 327, 350, Ford rear end, new chassis underneath, and the body's all original steel. I've had it since 1959 and bought it about a mile from home. And I built it once and decided about 3 years ago to build it again and do it right this time. So.
Well, I bought this car about 15 years ago. Disassembled it when I first got it, took it all apart.